My guest at this time is one of the final four in MasterChef Jr. She is an 8-year-old cooking savant, and she teams with The Miz this Thursday on the WWE-themed episode. It is Ivy. Ivy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here today.
Well, thank you. You got me out of school.
Oh, wow, cool. I'm happy to help. Well, Ivy, we watched the show. We're a big fan of yours. I mean, are you still 8 or are you 9 years old yet? Like, I know when the show was filmed.
So I'm actually 11. It was from before COVID.
Whoa, okay. How was that? So, Ivy, how was that? Like, you're 8 years old. How do you get to be that good at cooking when you're that young? Who taught you how to do all of what you do, Ivy?
So my parents really taught me how to cook because ever since I was like a baby, really, I was climbing up on the counter and helping my mom cook for parties because I have a big family. We end up hosting a lot of parties. And so I was always there helping, and I kind of just grew to love cooking.
Cool, awesome. And so, wait, you obviously had a very style flavor too. The pearls, the beret. My fiance definitely wanted to ask who influenced your style because you have style, Ivy.
I've been walking in heels since I could walk, but I really get inspired by iconic women like Jackie O and Audrey Hepburn, and just like a lot of women like that. Like I've been them for Halloween.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we're going to talk about the Miz here in a second, who's like a big, imposing, muscular pro wrestler. But he's not like the most imposing person, I think, on MasterChef Jr. Obviously, working with like Gordon Ramsay, he's quite a character. How was it? How was it being on set with Gordon? What was it like having him review the food that you were making each week?
Gordon, well, I don't know. I feel like he's a lot nicer than people think he is because people end up watching like the adult shows that he judges on more than the kids shows, and on there he's a little bit tougher with them, but he's really just like, since he's got like a lot of kids, he's really just like a dad, so he like understands what a kid is thinking. And it was just really cool because I got to learn from Gordon Ramsay, and I had never done that before.
Yeah, for sure. So wait, what were some of the things you learned from Gordon? I'm interested. Was there anything that he taught you that you took away that you really kept with you?
Well, I feel like just the little things that he said to us, like, oh, it's better to cut an onion like this, or it's better to grill it this way. Or like when he shows you cool little tricks, like when Che was there and we had the Che flambe,
Right.
Gordon flambéed first and then Che did. And so that was really cool because I learned how to flambe from them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that's scary. All that when I was 8, I don't know that I'd be torching things on fire with the confidence that you have. So like with the MasterChef Junior WWE episode, so are you a wrestling fan, Ivy? Like when you found out you were going to be teaming with this guy, The Miz, did you know who he was, or do you watch wrestling?
So I don't watch wrestling that much, but when I do, it's really cool. But it was just really exciting that I was getting to meet another famous person. Like The Miz, he's such a great guy. He was so nice. Really like two peas in the pod.
Yeah, for sure. How is he in the kitchen? What is The Miz like were you impressed by The Miz? Were you not impressed by The Miz?
I'm not gonna lie. When he first walked in, his opening line was about how he could cook with a microwave and that's it. So I was kind of scared. But then once he got in there, his competitiveness kicked in from wrestling, and I felt like he really wanted to win.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he's a competitor. Now, there was this clip that we got sent of the episode, and in it, he accuses you of throwing him over or under the bus for oversalting a lobster roll. Do you feel that you threw him under the bus, or do you think that he actually was the reason that was the problem with the lobster roll?
Okay, so I wasn't lying, but once he said that I threw him under the bus, I felt really bad. But I wasn't lying, so I was just being honest.
Yeah, for sure. And how was it with the other superstars? I know you had Dolph Ziggler there, you had Natalia there, Ember Moon. What was it like to work with them?
So I didn't really work with them, but there was just all of the wrestlers were so nice, which is kind of strange coming from that they fight people for a living. But I felt like it was just really cool. They were all really nice. And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So from here, Ivy, like what are you doing now? Like I'm sure you're continuing to cook, but like are you taking have you continued your education? Are you taking classes? Like what are you doing now in the world of cooking at the moment?
I don't really take that many cooking classes, but I'm just still in the kitchen. I like whipping up storms. It's just cooking is just such a fun thing to do, especially like getting your kids in the kitchen at an early age is so important because that's how they'll learn so many important life skills like fine motor skills and math skills. And one thing that I took away from cooking is that, which actually happens a lot on the show, is when the judge comes up to you and you're talking with them, you have to talk but still stay focused on what you're making.
Yeah.
So that's really important because when we have parties at my house, I have to cook and like talk to people. So it's just really a great thing to do.
I always wonder how you do that and not chop a thumb off or something like that. You know, I think that if I had to talk to somebody while chopping up an onion, I'd probably lose a limb or something like that.
Well, all you need is practice.
I guess so. I guess so. And so with the wrestling, then, so I after working with the wrestlers and being around it, it sounds like you're dedicated to wanting to become a chef. Do you have any interest in maybe being a pro wrestler in the down the line as well, or no?
Not really.
I figured I'd ask. You know, we're a pro wrestling outlet here right now, anyway.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, it is. It's a dangerous business. You're making the right choice staying in the kitchen and out of the ring, Ivy. I promise you that. All right. Well, Ivy, I'm so glad we got a little time to catch up here today. I'm very excited about the WWE-themed episode this Thursday night. Is there anything else you want to say to everybody out there about the show, about you, before we wrap up the interview here today?
Well, I'd like to say something to the Miz.
Okay, please do.
I've invited him to my arena. I think he should invite me to his arena.
Well, that's why I'm saying, Ivy. Do you want to go be a wrestler, right? So, okay, so you do. So, do you want to wrestle, or you just want to go hang out with the Miz? Like, what do you want to do? You want to get in the ring? You want to fight somebody? What do you want to do here?
Well, I feel like it might be fun one time, maybe not that many times, but I would love to come and hang out with him again.
Yeah, you know, he could be like choking somebody on the ropes. You could throw like a bunch of flour into their eyes and like blind them or something and help it win, right? Because
really
like,
great duo.
Do you see yourself as a partner, or would you like to be like on the other end? Would you like to be dishing out stuff onto Miz? Would you like to be against the Miz?
I would like to be a partner with Miz.
Do you have a tag team name? Did you guys come up with a tag team name or no?
Not that I remember.
Oh, okay. That's just sorry. We were talking about that last night. All right. Hey, Ivy, I want to thank you so much for the time. This was really great, and I'm really looking forward to watching the final tomorrow night.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.